I did not want to do this. I didn't want to do it, but I'm about to do it. Because people need to know. Especially with this full moon, and we finna have a full moon lunar eclipse on November 8th. Today, what is today? Today is November 6th. So we're finna be coming up on the energy like real soon. But while we are approaching this energy, I want to talk to y'all about those that do spell work, those that commit to it, and what they look like, how they operate, how they come off, right? I'm basically finna educate. Ooh, I just had deja vu. I'm finna educate y'all on these individuals, those that do evil, basically. I got a new tarot deck that's coming out as well, called Those That Do Evil, to kind of like help you guys figure out who is behind the spell work, what the spell work feels like. Alright, and not all spell work is bad, okay? I have some friends who engage into spell work, and not all of it is bad, okay? A lot of spell work is actually not meant to cause chaos. It's meant to uplift and, you know, just help you feel more empowered when it comes to being a divine individual or whatever. But what we're going to talk about in this particular video is, so what does spell work feel like? Okay, first, evil spell work feels like confusion. It feels like a distraction, right? And I mean, it's that simple. Like, you are, let's say you're focused on accomplishing a certain goal, right? You may come around a certain person, or you may come around a certain person, and this person could just distract you, right? They could just distract you from your exact goal. And you know, and they know, they're pretty skilled at knowing what's gonna throw you off. They're pretty good at that, because their intentions are to see you throw it off. Alright, so be aware of that, okay? You could have somebody that's very close to you, and this person constantly reminds you how confusing they are to you. Okay? I'm gonna say it again. You may have somebody who's very close to you, and this person reminds you constantly how they are confusing to you. Okay? It's like you don't understand. You may understand them as far as like knowing who they are, you know what I'm saying? Knowing what they do for a living or whatever. Well, you may not know what they do for a living, but you just may, you know them on a certain level. But when it comes to like getting deep, you know, describing this person or looking at this person with spiritual eyes, you may be very confused, okay? If you know someone like that, and they are indeed close to you, there's a high potential that this person is creating a block for you in some sort of way, all right? I'm just gonna intuitively imagine what that could be like, or what they could be doing, okay? This person or these people could be waking up every day at a certain time in order to, you know, manifest with the sun, and they're writing out things like, you know, let's say if your name, let's just say your name is Amber, okay? This person could be writing out at a certain time every single day that Amber is going to have emotional distractions when it comes to finding her abundance. Amber is going to have emotional distractions when it comes to finding her abundance. They could be saying this and doing this repetitively. They could be doing it every single day at 11:11. okay? These people are very serious about blocking your blessings, and they are taking action. And you know, they don't feel like what they're doing is all that bad, because there's a slight chance that it won't work. You know, there's a slight chance in their mind that it's not going to work. You know, so they don't really feel obligated to taking responsibility for it if it does happen. Because what they do is they do this intentions, this manifestation intentions or whatever. They do this and then they sit back and watch you. They sit back and watch you. They may watch you physically. They may watch your social media. They you know, they're watching you. They want to see if their intentions that they do every day, all the time, if it's working. You know, and this gives them some sort of like, you know, some sort of dopamine or whatever. It gives them some sort of high in being able to block you, because they took the physical action at, you know, as far as writing it down, saying it over and over, being committed to it, getting up every day at a certain time with this one thought in their mind to block you from your blessing. And they have come up with different ways and different things and different words. Okay, these people are not idiots. They may be left out in the cold when it comes to what's going to happen to them as soon as you catch on. They may not, you know, be privy to that information, because as soon as you catch on to who it is, based on how they make you feel, that is how you figure it out, by the way, okay? Based on how they make you feel, if in any area of your, you know, seeking information or seeking the truth, you find that this person is consistently confusing you, okay? Or if it just comes up out of nowhere, if the thought comes up out of nowhere that this person could be the reason why you are experiencing the emotional distraction or whatever, that's a clue. That is that person. That is spirit telling you what's really going on. All right. And now another thing about spell work, about evil spell work, is these people don't have to have like your information. They don't have to have your ID. They don't have to have your banking information. They don't have to have any of this stuff. All they have to do is say with a strong intention repeatedly that, you know, you are going to be in this emotional energy or this distraction, you know, this distracted energy or whatever. I'm getting sleepy as I'm saying this. Like, I'm getting sleepy as I'm saying it, which is telling me that I'm definitely tapping into something that is low vibrational, probably a secret, you know, and that's just what it is. I want to talk to y'all too about some of the people who I learned these things from. I was friends with this person named William Salkin, and I have to say that person taught me a whole lot about spirituality, because the things that I had to do to protect myself from, you know, the things that were going on while dealing with him, it was clear and evident that this person could possibly be, okay, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say it was very apparent that when I was with this person, you know, staying at their house or whatever, I would have nightmares all the time, like all the time. I mean, for years this went on. For years I had nightmares, you know, with involving this person, Will. And like after a while, I started having to tell him about these dreams, about these nightmares, because I'm like, dude, like, these dreams ain't, you know, they're not stopping, they're not slowing down, they're not loosening their grip, you know. And that's another sign of spell work as well, is nightmares. When you're having a nightmare, that could be one of two things. It could be either you are having fears that are unrealistic and they're playing out in your dreams, because in your real life you're not experiencing those things, right? So your dreams could be just playing out a fear of yours, and releasing that low vibrational energy in that manner. Okay, that's like spirit's help as well. But when you know that these nightmares are, like, let's say if you're just intuitive and you understand spirit and you know how energy works, after a while you're gonna realize that some of these dreams are not fucking dreams. They are another person's manifestation. Okay, I just happen to be dreaming about, you know, the person who I mentioned in this scenario. And you know, and I had to learn from him through some things that he was trying to, you know, block me. He was trying to block what I had going on. When I first met him, I wasn't into tarot. You know, I didn't even know what an intuition was. Like, I didn't know any of that. I didn't know any of it. I just knew that whenever he would confide in me about, you know, his lover, I don't know. Whenever he would confide in me about his situation with his person, I would just naturally say what I felt, what I thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, that sounds like that person might have you under some sort of weird spell. And like, I didn't even used to think that was real. But the more I dealt with this person, the more I realized. I'm gonna give you an example. Before I had moved back to Indiana for a few months, I was saying to him that I needed to come up with this money quicker or whatever. And this is actually a funny ass fucking TikTok. But I'm not talking about the TikTok video that I'm finna reference right now, because the same exact energy happened. But anyway, listen. I was telling him that I needed to figure something out. I think I had paid my I had just did my taxes, and they took the money out that they wanted first. And so that like negatived my account really bad. And but you know, they had fixed it like 2 days later, and then, you know, gave me my payout. So it was cool. But during that time, I had explained to him, you know, this is what's going on, and it was something like that. And you know what this dude said to me, y'all? He said to me that I should sell my car. Mind you, I was in the middle of about to move all the way across the country, all right? All the way across it. And this dude gonna give me some advice to sell my car. As soon as he said that, I made a mental note. You are not hiding the fact that you're trying to block a motherfucker. How the fuck am I gonna get to my new lifestyle, which Indiana ain't nothing to, you know, write home about, but how am I going to get to this newness, this new energy, if I don't have my car? You know, not having my car in that moment would make it to where I had to hustle up and buy another car, find another car. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I didn't have a place to stay, and so I was staying with him, kind of, sort of. And he didn't want me to stay there. You know, he didn't want me to live there. I didn't want to live there either, but you know, he was trying to put me in a position to where I didn't have my vehicle, and then eventually he was going to have to get rid of me, and, you know, not be allowed to stay at his home, because it isn't my home, it's his. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about all of this in just that one instance, and I was like, wow, that shit right there crazy than a motherfucker. And then there's another instance too, where when I did start doing tarot readings on YouTube, you know, a lot of what I had talked about at first, when I first launched my channel, a lot of what I talked about at first, it had a hell of a resonance with he and I. I mean, a hell of a resonance, because, you know, his energy was really all that I dealt with. You know, we dealt with each other romantically. We did things together when, you know, we probably shouldn't have, because he had a whole nother situation that he was trying to balance out. You know what I'm saying? I was just like caught up in the middle of it, and it just was crazy, right? It just was crazy. But he was giving me advice on how I should do my readings, and he was giving me advice as far as like taking my readings away from love. He was like, don't even focus on love readings. Don't focus on that. Whatever. And I should do readings that are about global situations, global crisis. You know what I'm saying? The shit that's going on in the world. Again, immediately I was like, that's not my purpose. Like I'm thinking to myself, that is not my purpose. Like, no, my purpose is not to talk about how the power plant in Texas or whatever the fuck blew up. Like, how am I, like, what am I gonna do a reading about that for, and then it helped the collective? No, it would not help the collective. You know, and I had the slightest inkling that maybe, possibly, very, very possibly, this motherfucker is really trying to move me away from my path. Okay, that's another thing about spell work as well. People will give you bad advice on purpose. They'll give you bad advice dressed up like it's the advice that's gonna help you, you know, get to your next blessing, get to your next level. But no, in hindsight, that information, that advice is not going to do that at all. It's going to block you from what you're supposed to be doing. Now, those are two examples from one person. All right? That's two examples from one person. The third example, oh, this actually relates as well. And I don't even care. I'm just finna say it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck because, yeah, I'm tired of holding shit in that I be realizing about people, because it makes the chaos for me 10,000 times stronger when I could just share what's going on and then, you know, be at ease because I know somebody's going to relate. But these people do a lot of computer work, okay? They do a lot of IT work. They do a lot of just computer work, okay? Things that have them tap into different sources from different sources, okay? There was a point in time where he was like going to the library to do some sort of like secondary job inside of the job. I don't know. It sounded like bullshit, you know, the whole time, and it really wasn't none of my business. But at the same time, I'm still having these nightmares about dude, right? I'm still having these nightmares about dude. So I'm just like, man, I'm just gonna trust that, you know, ain't shit going on, and these nightmares that I keep having ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? One night I was praying because I had woke up in the middle of the night. I think I had woke up at like 3 a.m. or something, or close to it, because that was like happening often. And I had just got on my knees and prayed, and I didn't even know he was awake. But as I get on my knees to pray, okay, the old-fashioned way, to stop these nightmares, he comes out of his room, goes to the bathroom. I just ignored him, you know. I just let him do his thing, because it's the middle of the night, okay? It's the middle of the night. I let him do his thing. Obviously, he saw me from the moonlight shining through the window that I was on my hands and my knees, and I'm praying. This dude pretends like he's falling. Okay, this is it's his apartment. He know where everything at. You could walk through this bitch with your eyes closed, or if it's dark, it don't matter. You know where everything at. This dude pretends to, he pretends like he's falling, but he uses me as his, like, to catch him. Right? Like, he put it, like, he like, I can't remember if he grabbed my shoulder or if he tapped my shoulder or something. I don't know. But he basically interrupted my prayer. And do you know what I wanted to do to him in that moment? I wanted to throw the Bible at him. I don't even quote the Bible. I'm not, like, you know, on that or whatever, nothing like that. But I wanted to, like, show, like let this, like, dude, come on. Like, your background, your upbringing, and all of that, you know what I'm doing. Why would you pretend like you're fall? Like, the whole thing was like, bro, you didn't pretend like you failed. You was your intentions are dark. You know what I'm saying? Dark as fuck. All right. And now all of this information about this person is has been in 2021. 2022, I haven't dealt with this person. But I also have not talked about these things. All right. I have not talked about these things. And, you know, that's just something that, so those are 3 examples from one person. Another example from a long time friend that I had. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. Damn, where did that come from? Another example from a long time friend that I had. I noticed that she would do things like she would do things to distract me as well. So distraction is a big one. Like one night I'm leaving the little gathering that was going on or whatever, and as I'm walking out the door, I get asked to transfer funds. I get asked to transfer. Okay, so I think she said she needed cash or something like that, and so she no, she had cash and she gave me cash, but she wanted me to transfer back to her the same amount in Cash App. And so I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, it's nothing, you know, it's a quick transaction. I trust this person, you know, business partner, friend of mine for years. I'm thinking it's nothing, right? I'm thinking it's nothing. So I didn't even ask no questions. I just went ahead and did it. And then as I'm leaving, as the transaction is done, she handed me the money or whatever. As I'm leaving, she says that she was going to ask me to do something else. But at this point, I'm already standing at my car door with my key in hand, about to unlock it. Okay? And then, you know, you decide to ask me to do something else? That was so extremely aggravating, y'all, because at this point, I'm just like, man, how considerate are you when it comes to what I have going on, when it comes to what I have to do? How considerate are you? Okay? That right there is distraction energy. Here's another example from this same person. I was living in this house down on the south end of town, and pets were allowed there, but I myself did not have a pet. Okay, but sometimes I would babysit hers, and I loved her little puppy. I really, really did. I still do, right? Still do. But after a while, after like maybe 6 or 7 days or so, you know, my landlord notices that this dog has been here for some time, and I don't even know how he noticed. Probably one of the damn roommates said something or something. I don't know. But anyway, he noticed it. He sent me a text message. I immediately sent the text message to her as well, so that she can be clued in on, you know, what I got going on when it comes to her puppy. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm saying like, yo, you got to come get your dog. It's fucking up my whole living situation. You know what I'm saying? And I can't have that. All right. So there was a situation where this person she straight up tried to leave her dog with me on purpose. And I had to covertly go in the house, grab her dog. Okay, like if she's there, I'm cool with her dog being there. That's totally not an issue, right? If she's there, I'm cool with her puppy being there. But I had to go in the house, grab her dog, because she was in the car with the car started, getting ready to bounce. All right, she knew her motherfucking dog was in the house. She knew it. Okay, so I had to go in the house, get the dog, put the dog in the car, in the back seat, because for some reason she had me like feeling like I'm not allowed to express my authority to her, because, you know, she holds this authority energy very, very strong, like, okay, more power to her. But like, I knew in that moment, I was like, yo, I have to do this. I gotta go get this dog and because if I end up without a place, it's almost like, damn, are you not considerate? It's like, you know, I'm asking this friend, are you not considerate of my home life now? Like, what the fuck? Like, come on. All right. All of that thought, all of those thoughtful emotions and like all of that shit that's spell work, okay? Whether these people were intentionally doing spell work or not, the goal, if it were to be accomplished, would have set me back very far, okay? It would have made me very codependent upon them. You know, upon him. When, you know, motherfucker gave me advice to sell my car. Like, bro, I would have had to stay at his place. You know what I'm saying? I would have had to. It was his idea to sell my car. If I'd have sold my car, well, like, I would have had to stay at his place. But me and him had been through a situation already where, you know, when he was studying for the bar, he was a super duper dick to me. Just from my presence alone. Like, y'all, I had woke up from a nap, walked to the kitchen just to get ready to go smoke a cigarette. And as I'm putting my shoes on, I turn to look at him because I just feel his gaze upon me. And his face just said nothing but like, I am disgusted with you. Why are you even here? He didn't say those words, but that's what his face said. So I'm just like, I was like, dude, what? And like, that shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? It hurt. It made me cry. I was like, what the fuck? And you know, the same thing with my other friend. I'm just like, wow, this person does not care about me. She don't care about me. She don't, you know? And there was another occasion that really broke the relationship is with me and her. The second person I'm telling y'all about. She had talked to, I guess, her male friend. Her male friend came up with this idea, or I don't know if he came up with the idea, if it was fresh or if he already had the idea, but there are these t-shirts that he wanted me to be the ambassador for. Now, I do put quotations in the air. Ambassador for, right? Never heard of these t-shirts. She never talked about it. He never talked about it. Nobody ever talked about these t-shirts, okay? But these t-shirts say do better on them, all right? Now, I'm not in a place in my life where I'm able to buy brand new shoes. You know, I dress nice for myself. People think I dress nice. You know, even if they didn't think I dress nice, I wouldn't give a fuck. But I am comfortable with who I am, how I am, and how I appear, okay? By the end of this whole thing with this Do Better t-shirt, it basically put in my mind that they were making fun of me. And there were so many moments where I would like I'll be on the phone talking to somebody. I was on the phone talking to my friend from Indiana that I went to middle school with, just catching up on some, you know, on some information or whatever, telling her about spiritual warfare and, you know, what people's purpose are when it comes to emotional abuse and things like that, and like what the level up is and what the lesson is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like in the thick of it with a friend of mine on the phone, and I just happened to look at them. And they both looking at me. They both looking dead at me. My friend and her dude friend are both looking at me. Okay? And you know how when somebody is looking at you and they're talking about you, and then if you look at them, their expression, her expression, what I got from her was she tried to like cloak herself to make it look like she was, one, not talking about me, and two, if she was talking about me, if I picked up on it, it obviously wasn't nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? Of course not. But bitch, when I tell you my intuition tells me everything, spirit don't hold back from me. Spirit don't hold back from me. And that's not to say I'm special this, I'm special that, because if you listen to your intuition as well, spirit would not hold back either from you. They wouldn't hold back shit. All right? Okay, so I'm noticing these things, right? I'm noticing these things like I always notice things, and I usually don't say nothing about it because I'm like, okay, if that's a lower part of myself experiencing this, then let's not say anything. Let's not cause a scene about it. Let's just let the energy play out. And if we see examples of this again, then that's how you know you're not tripping, and what you are perceiving is what you're perceiving, okay? These people will try and gaslight you, which is another form of spell work. They will try and gaslight you to make it, to make sure that you do not know that you're right, okay? This video is 30 minutes long. I hope y'all still with me, because, man, this shit is important, all right? This shit is important. Y'all need to know this. People will be very close to you and doing the most diabolical things. And you know, to this day, I don't know why. I don't know why Will did what he did to block me from my, you know, my readings, to try and distract me from my readings. I don't know why he tried to distract me from when I was praying. You know, if, let's just say, if he was falling and he did accidentally tap me on my shoulder, he said he thought I was the pillow. I'm like, you thought I was the pillow? So was you accidentally falling, or was you trying to tap the pillow? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like, what? Okay. I'm like, all right, your words ain't adding up to the conclusion of what the fuck really happened. What were you falling over? How were you falling in the first place? You feel me? It's like, you walk through this bitch every day and night. You was just walking through this bitch. You know, and on your way back to your bedroom, you're tripping and falling, but you're using me as your brace. While I'm praying. Okay? While I'm praying, getting up in the middle of the night, you know, 3 a.m. or whatever. He know what's going on. He knew what was up with me. He knew, because this was an every night thing. I was always having nightmares only at his house. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was cluing him in every morning or every day when this shit would happen, okay? So I assumed that it would be very easy for him to understand what's going on with me if I'm on my hands and my knees. You know what I'm saying? Like how you sit on the edge of the bed or whatever. I had my knees on the floor and my elbows on the couch or whatever, and my hands up to my face. You know what I'm doing. You don't need every light on in the house. You don't need one light on in the house. The light from the moon was shining through the window enough to see my silhouette. Okay, so you knew what I was doing. If you would, like, I don't know. It just didn't seem like the truth when he said he was slipping and falling and he fell, or slipping and falling, whatever the fuck. I don't know. And then he thought I was the pillow. Nigga, that shit don't add up. All right? I want y'all to know these things. There's another person who I have one more example. Well, not one more example. There's one more person I'm going to talk about as far as an example goes. And I'm not mentioning her name because I still... There's a lot going on with her that I'm going to protect her with, okay? So I'm not going to mention her name. I don't want no press on her. I don't want her receiving press, all right? She's very popular. People know who she is. I don't want her to get that kind of press. But the last person I'm going to tell you guys about, name is Trevor. This person, we had a love connection, a love relationship when we first met. It was wonderful. It was great. It was perfect. All right? Everything was the shit. It was legit. This person was not faithful. And this person would use love to distract me. This person would use love and intense emotions to distract me from what was really going on, which was him having multiple people, okay? Him having multiple people obviously would cause insecurities within me. Hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all. So anyway, yeah, so, you know, Trevor was very clever at making me believe that I was, you know, his one person, his only person. However, in the background, okay, in the realm of secrets, this person was not loyal to me. This person was having multiple sexual partners and laying up with me also. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm not embarrassed to say that at all, because the energy that he would bring to me, and I'm thinking that it's just me and him, you know, I would experience these energies, this chaos, or, you know, like, I would experience trying to get rid of distractions and energies and not even know where it's coming from or how it's coming, because I'm thinking that I'm dealing with one person. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. This is a form of spell work. All right, it's a form of spell work, because what's happening is you're having to purge too much. You're having to use your gift of discernment and spiritual awareness to remove things that you shouldn't even have to remove. You dig what I'm saying? You should not have to remove this much energy, or you should not have to have suspicions about this person. And I caught this person online, on online dating apps. I caught this person on online dating apps multiple times. Like, I would go over a dude's house, hang out with him, and then I would just check to see if he was recently online. And I'm just like, wow, this motherfucker just got offline. Okay, pretty much, I had the impression that he was prostituting. That is straight up what I had the impression of. Because I wasn't understanding how he, how he had so much. I don't know. I'm not even gonna talk about that, because that's not my business. That's his business. I ain't trying to put him on Front Street like that. But I had so many thoughts about what the fuck was really going on. So many thoughts. And that is a form of spell work, because whenever I would try and talk to him about these things, he would of course gaslight me and make it seem like my intuition was the problem. Like, this fool literally said to me, you cannot use your intuition, or solely use your intuition only when it comes to trying to figure out a solution, or whatever the fuck he said. And I'm just like, bro, what? You're telling me that I shouldn't be used, that not that I shouldn't be, but that I can't, that it's unreliable? Oh yeah, that's motherfucking spell work like a mug right there. All right, spell work like a mug. Okay, so when you're experiencing just weird things happening in your environment, weird things happening to you, towards you, your emotions are all over the place, out of nowhere, whatever, or you see something that shouldn't be, something is out of place. It's meant to distract you. It's meant to distract you so that you can focus on the distraction only, and therefore be misguided when it comes to what you should really be doing. All right, y'all, that is a form of spell work. Okay, that's a form of spell work. And I want to say at the end of this video, I want to say that I have successfully been able to trump a major distraction that I just recently had, which got me to doing this video anyway. I've been able to trump that, right? I've been able to trump it, get rid of it, find a solution for the distraction, and now I'm about to be good. Now shit's good again. Now I actually have the energy at the capacity that I need so that I could deliver this message for y'all. We 37 minutes in. I didn't think it was gonna be that long, but we 37 minutes in. All right. Thank God. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, me. Thank you, higher self. Thank you. Just like thank you, universe. Thank you, all of that. Mother Earth, okay. Archangel Michael, okay. All of y'all up there. All right. Thank you for my guidance, my teachings. Just thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because without this grace of being able to see what the distractions are, how they come, where they come from, bitch, I'd be lost like a mug up out here. I would be lost like a motherless child. And I got my mom in my life, okay? I sure do, and we real cool, all right? So anyway, that's my 38-minute talk, okay, about spell work and what it looks like, what it feels like when it's coming from a person who's evil. Now, I'm not saying all three of these people are evil. I'm not gonna say that, but I will say the second person I was talking about, the very first picture that I saw of her after I realized what was going on, she did look like a demon. She did. She looked like a demon, and I was like, whoa, that shit is fucking creepy. I'm like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? And I was seeing this person all the time. I was seeing this person every single day. All right, their image never changed. But when I realized that one thing, baby, everything for me changed. I was like, hell to the motherfucker, no. That shit right there, got to go. And speaking of got to go, I got to go right now because I got to put some gas in my car. So anyway, I love you guys. I hope this message was helpful. I hope it brings you some clarity. You know, if you are wondering about a person that makes you feel weird, or that makes you second guess, or that just makes you over fucking think, like, you should not be overthinking, okay? Things should be very simple, very smooth. All right, simpatico. Like, things should be just feng shui around this bitch, okay? If you have to overthink anything about a person, and your one solution as far as like figuring it out with them has not provided you a solution, it's only provided you more confusion, that person could potentially be dabbing in spell work against you to block you, to stop you, to hold you up. It's your guy Carlton. Talk to y'all soon, okay? Stay vigilant, stay fucking paying attention. All right, don't get lost, don't fall for the trap. I love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye.